is gonna sound stupid. Um, why? Why? I am fucking stupid. Why do I have all these like stupid like idealisms and like dreams that like aren't practical and they won't do anything? But like this like it sounds so stupid right now, but like some things are just like you need to fight for because like I I can't just like okay. Let's start at the beginning. Okay. Um. So first off, I really hate politics. Like I've never been a fan of it. Like I just do not like the world of politics. Like it's way too contradictive, hypocritical. Like just liars and just cheaters and just like so many hidden criminals that cover up their shit with their money. Like they literally wipe their asses with $100 bills. Like it's fucking ridiculous. And it's been like that since like the beginning of like ruling. Like it's just stupid. But so I've never liked politics. I've never really been invested into politics. I don't like learning about politics and I don't like learning about a lot of like world political problems because like or even national political problems because like I feel like it's not worth my time because like it'll just stress me out and make me like stress over things that I don't need to stress over, like the instability of our government right now because of fucking Trump and all. But like and it also is kind of scary because I feel like we're beginning to repeat history, which I mean it's not great. But like I feel like you can't avoid repeating history. Like it's just a thing in life. Like you repeat things. Like it's impossible not to. But I think that since we have like a really well documentation of history, like now, like, and we're like we know things about our history and we know like the wrong things that we've done in these same type of situations that we can change the outcome so that it's better than it was before. But like that all depends on the people. And to be honest, a lot of people are kind of like me. They don't really like butting into political problems because like it's stressful and like it's kind of like I want to stay in my happy little personal bubble. Like I don't want to get involved because when you're involved, like you're overwhelmed because when you get into politics, you don't just have one problem, you have a nationwide problem. And then on top of that, the fact that the US has a big habit of getting involved in a lot of global issues as well. So like if you get involved in politics, you have all of that on your shoulders and all of that like stressing you out. And I already have so much personal problems that like I really do not want to join the political issues. Although I do know where I politically stand, I'm a very liberal Democrat, but I do know that I don't like watching news. I don't like looking at news articles. Like I'm not about that life. Like it's not for me. Ironic because I used to want to be a journalist. um and like I don't know, like maybe my aunt is rubbing off on me because my aunt is like heavily invested into politics. Like And like, we kind of share the same viewpoints. We both hate Trump. We're both extreme liberal Democrats. Like, and it's just insane to me because I would think that she would probably even be more verging on the Republican side because she lives in Virginia. Do I need to say more? Like, Virginia used to be the capital of the Confederate, like, states. Like, before Civil War. Like, it. You know, like, it's not great, okay? And like, she lives there and she's like a very liberal Democrat, and she like speaks up for people who like are targeted against. And like, she talks about her experiences every time we're on the phone, and like, it just shocks me because like, I'm stunned. Like, they tell you about these stories in the news, but I kind of just figured that they're probably focusing on small problems and exaggerating them for press because news does that. Like, it's just what news does, and I get it. Income based off of fear, whatever, it's fine. Like, I really wish they wouldn't come into, like, I wish they wouldn't like have like secret intentions. Well, not secret, because like, obviously it's not secret if it's like a business, but like, I don't know, like, I just wish they were more honest in news, but like, unfortunately that's not. I mean, there are some news things that are pretty good, like NPR and BBC, but those are more global news. They're not like national news, and it's kind of hard to find a non-biased national news radio or TV channel, which is why I don't really watch news to begin with. But also because like, even like listening or watching unbiased news is still depressing because it's still telling you facts of like our dwindling like country and how fucked up people are, and just it's fucking stressful. And but my aunt just like keeps talking to me about her situations and like about how like racist people still are. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, I'm just like, the things that she tells me, like, she's been verbally and physically pushed into a corner and like shoved around by racist like white supremacists and Nazis. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. And like, they don't only do that to her, they do that to anyone who's like of any other race other than white, and they do it to anybody who's like a different culture, religion. Like, like, what? Like, they're still doing this? Like, and it's 20 fucking 18. Like, and they do this to anyone who's in the LGBTQ plus community too. Like, they do it to transgenders. Like, like, I don't, I guess I've been kind of sheltered because like with my mom, like, I basically was living in a box with my mom, and the only two things that I could focus on were protecting myself and protecting her. Like, I didn't have any other exposure to anything else, hardly at all. And it didn't help that by the time that I was like 12 to like 15, like, where like that's usually the age where like you're starting to grow up and mature and like learn about like the world and stuff and create your own like individual opinions about like what's going on in the world. Like, I had no fucking clue what was going on in the world. The only exposure I ever got to the world was in school, and all they do is educate you on history and English and math. Like, they don't really educate you on like world problems or like anything like that. And like, it was just really like, I was just extremely sheltered in like the worst ways possible. So I had no fucking clue what was going on in the world. Like, I didn't like know of the problems that we were facing, and like, I was too scared to really care because like, to me, like, my own personal problems were more important than that, which they are. Like, you're like, it should always be you first before anyone else, even if that includes your country. So but like, now that I'm like getting healthier and like working on myself and like building up my strength and like trying to like get self-confidence and not be as depressed and like move forward, even though it's a really, 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 really slow process. And today is a good day, so I'm like confident and like hopeful, but literally in 2 minutes, like I could be depressed and sad and angry and upset and hopeless and like fucking angry at the world, which I'm always constantly like have these feelings just simmering beneath the surface, but like it just depends on like what happens in a day where they rise to the surface and they affect me heavily, or if I'm able to keep them down enough that I can like be somewhat happy and confident. But I'm working to get rid of those feelings completely. I mean, I hope I will be able to, but like I don't know. But like hopefully I'm able to like cope and manage with the feelings, or be able to like let them go, or if I can't let them go, just cope and manage with them. But like now that I'm like finally like taking a break, well, I mean not taking a break, but like finally more aware of like what's going on in like the world and stuff, and like being aware of everything, like I've started developing my own opinions and stuff, and like it's become pretty increasingly clear that I'm like a liberal Democrat. Like I mean but and like unlike some kids who like are 18 and they're kind of like the world is shit, like who cares, and they don't vote, I don't want to be that way. Like I mean, as much like as I mean, there's strong debate whether your vote counts or not, but like throughout history we fought for the right to vote, and you're just gonna ignore that? Like, despite whether you believe in the conspiracies of our vote counting at all, like, would you rather it be taken away completely because you're too like stubborn to actually like apply your right to vote? Like, how many people throughout history have fought for the right to vote? Thousands? Like millions? Like just so many people, and like you're just gonna negate that fact because you believe in a conspiracy. Right. Okay. You stick with that. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so like but like I've just kind of been sheltered with like my mom, but then even after like my mom, like I was like still surrounded by my own like problems that I was like shrouded from the world, and like didn't really like notice anything about the world like problems as much, and like yeah. But I was trying to say something else, but I keep forgetting. Well, it's a thing, but I'm like can't remember it, so like we're just gonna move on. Damn. Why can't I remember? That's irritating. Man, I'm like annoyed now. Like I can't remember it. Like, dude. It's hella fucking annoying, man. Really? Hold on. And like now that I'm like becoming more aware of like global problems, because like I mean, or like national problems, because like it's impossible not to, because like I'm at the age now where like it's impossible to like ignore what's happening around me. Well, it's not impossible, it's just hard. Like even if something that I don't want to know, like I find out about it anyways, because the word circles around in school, like, or on social media, or just like through people. And like I've kind of been like like questioning, because like I don't know, like it's kind of like I don't want to know, but then at the same time I feel like it's important to know. Like I feel like it's important to know like certain problems, but like don't keep bringing up the same problems over and over and over again. Like it's really like, I don't know, but like it's just becoming increasingly clear that like the government is not doing shit. And we as people like are having to like protest and like fight for like rights that should be given to us but are not, because the government is like either too scared to move or like just too stubborn and greedy to move. I don't fucking know, but like they're not doing anything for like major problems that are going on right now, which is like really frustrating because like we have so many of them and they're just kind of like, we don't care. As long as we get our paychecks, we're fucking fine. And I'm just like, really? They're even legalizing marijuana, and it's probably for the same reason that they legalized alcohol again back in the Prohibition era, because like in the 1900s, the 19 teens and 20s, the Prohibition era started, where they basically banned alcohol because they thought it was bad for families, which understandable, but also like you don't take your beer away from people because they freak the fuck out, and they will find a way to get that alcohol. And that was proven by the Prohibition era, because like there became a huge huge black market with like, what are they called, gangs, like just grew and grew and grew because they made money off of selling alcohol. And then once they found out about this, they were like, oh, we're losing a lot of money because we don't have alcohol, so we're gonna bring alcohol back. Not because, well, I think part of it was because they wanted to stop gangs, but I think another part of it, a slightly bigger part, was I want to get money back. So I think the same thing's going on with marijuana right now, because marijuana should not be legal. I don't fucking care if it's medicinal or not. Like, if it's medicinal, fine. But there should be a limit to how much of marijuana you take, especially if you're driving. Like, just no. No. Like, I don't fucking care how much you say that, like, you're perfectly fine on the road when you're driving high on marijuana. You're not fucking fine on the road driving high on marijuana, okay? I've driven on the road with people high on marijuana. I can tell you for a fact that they are not safe on the road high on marijuana. Like, it's not as bad as alcohol, and it's not as bad as other drugs, but it still affects your driving in a dangerous way, and that should not be legal. But because marijuana has become so popular lately, and so many people are doing it, and so many people think it's okay, it's become legalized. Like, it's becoming legalized in a lot of states now, and it's kind of like, why? Why? Like, and, like, I've kind of come up with a theory, like, it might be irrational, but, like, I kind of have the theory that, like, it might be because of the same reason why they legalized alcohol again. Money. Because, like, a lot of people who, like, farm weed in their backyards and sell it, they make a lot of money. So maybe they're thinking along the same routes, and if the government makes it legal, like, and pharmacies start giving out marijuana, which I think pharmacies actually do, or they don't, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure. I don't really, like, look up on the whole fucking marijuana weed shit, you know, or kush, whatever the fuck they call it now. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm not a fucking, like, user, so I don't fucking know. But like, that's my theory. Like, could be wrong, could be right, never know. But the thing is, like, I've just kind of, like, started to, like, realize that, like, our government is not that dependable. And, like, I've kind of been in denial of this because, like, you know, I've never really been that, like, involved in world problems. But, like, now that, like, I'm learning about a lot of, like, our history, and, like, we're also learning about a lot of problems that are going on right now. I'm kind of like, this is kind of hard to ignore, just how chaotic our government is being right now. Like, we literally have fucking rapists in the Senate. Like, you know, maybe not. Maybe not. Like, can we maybe not have that? Like, you know? And then, like, then there's also the fact that, like, I'm lucky to be in California because, like, I'm also have been sheltered just being in California because California is, like, a very liberal state. So a lot of the things that are really slow to catch up in other states and are, like, behind and they're still being racist like assholes about and like are just really segregated and abusive. Like, we don't really have that problem in California too much. And the ones who are like that, they're kind of quickly pushed out because we're kind of like, we're not going to handle that. Because, like, there are too many of us that'll, like, stand up for those people and be like, fuck off. But in, like, the, like, other states that are racist or, like, bad, like Virginia or Utah, like, even Nevada, like, and, like, many other states, like, they're just, like, way behind. And I guess I didn't realize just how far behind they are and like how still segregated, racist, and just like fucking like ridiculous they are. Because like I only lived in Virginia for about like a year and a half, and I've only like visited the other states for like maybe a few weeks at most, like on road trips and stuff. So I've never really been fully immersed in like another state other than California for longer than a year. And my aunt has, and she has the same mentality that I do, and she's living there, and she has a daughter who's half black, and like the things that her daughter's like called, the things that she's called just for like being with someone who is black, like that's like it's horrible. And I had no idea just how horrible it was. Like I knew that there were racist people, but like I didn't realize just how bad it was still. Like I thought we were over this. Like, it's literally been over 100 years. Like, grow the fuck up, okay? Jesus Christ, man. Like, I'm just, like, amazed by how, like, insanely ignorant and just, like, horrible people still are. Like, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised with Trump in office. But, like, still, I was just like, the fuck? Like, this is terrifying. Like, I don't, like, have words to, like, express, like, just, I don't, oh my god, like, it's insane. Like, I can't, like, begin to imagine, like, the pain that you must go through, like, every day dealing with those fucking assholes. Like, I literally, like, when she was telling me all this, I was literally tempted to, like, buy a ticket, even though I don't fucking have the money to, buy a ticket, fly all the way over there, and join her in her protesting. Because, like, it's dangerous, and not a lot of people join her because they're scared. Because the majority of people that live in those states are fucking white, racist Nazis. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm just blown away by how many of them are still out there. Like, I know many of them are, like, stupid enough to, like, talk back, and, like, how many people are scared of them. Like, legitimately, like, some people, like, just are terrified of them, and, like, it's, like, horrible to think about, because, like, it's 2018. Like, we have legalized gay marriage. Like, we have, like there are so many things that, like, there are so many reasons why this shouldn't still be happening, and yet it is. And it's, like, so sad and so frustrating, and I want to fight back because this is ridiculous. Like, I cannot stand the fact that our country is still doing this. Like, I literally want to go to, like, every single state and, like, protest and be like, fuck off, Jesus. Like, I don't understand. Like, how are they still like this? It's 2018, man. Like, oh my god. I literally feel like, see, this is what I do. I get this, like, glorified, like, I need to do something kind of, I've done this so many times. Like, I literally feel like I have a savior complex, because I literally save people all the time. Like, I don't, like, I'm not, like, saying this to be like, oh, look at me, I'm a hero. Like, no. Like, I legitimately, like, cannot stand to, like, see people hurt or, like, see injustice, like it just, I can't handle it. Like it's not in me to just sit there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep quiet. I can understand why people do that. I'm not knocking down people who do that. Like, have I ever done that? I've done that for myself. Like, I've let people abuse me, but I've never let anybody else be abused. Like, I can't do that. Like, I mean, I've never been in a truly dangerous, like, situation where somebody else has been, like, truly hurt. Where, like, if I stood in, like, the way, like, I would be in true danger or anything. But, like, I do generally stand up for people because, like, I can't. I don't know how to explain it, but there's, like, literally something in me that will, like, I don't even, like, consciously am like, oh, like, I can't, like, I have to do this or something. Like, it's literally like my body just does it automatically. Like, it's hard to, like, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's not that I, like, don't feel fear about, like, standing up, because it is kind of scary, but, like, also, like, just the idea of them getting hurt is scarier than me getting hurt, you know? So, like, I just, like, and it doesn't matter if that person is a stranger or not. Like, I have to, like, and so, yeah. Although I do notice that typically it happens on, like, more private situations. If it's, like, in a public situation, like, I, like, kind of, like, because, like, in classroom situations, like, I mean, if it was outside, like, I would obviously, like, not have a problem with it, but, like, if it was, like, inside, like, a closed off room, and, like, I was one person speaking up and there were 30 other people, 30 or more people around, even, like, more, like, even less than that, like, say there were only, like, 12 people around and I knew that they would be against me and I was in a closed situation, like, obviously I would be afraid and I would want to be outside to confront them, because then I could, like, run away, because, you know, I can't fight for shit. But, like, like, I wouldn't do it in, like, a closed room. Like, I would do it outside. But, like, I don't know, like, I can't not, like, stand up for people. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's because, like, when I was little, like, I had to stand up for my cousin a lot and protect her, that I've always had this, like, protect thing. And then later on, like, it became, like, I need to protect my mom. And then, like, I just have this, like, very protective nature in me that, like, does not let me, like, just stand by and let people, like, or injustice just, like, slide by in front of my face. Like, I can't do it. So, like, this is literally making me want to, like, after college or even, like, before college, just, like, round up enough money and, like, go to each state and just, like, get little small jobs in each state and, like, live in those states for a little while and, like, protest and, like, live with the people and help those people in those states, and then, like, travel to a different state that's really bad and do a small job there and make money there, but then also, like, fight for the people there too. Like, it's literally making me have that kind of idealist, like, attitude, which I know is, like, so unrealistic. Like, who the fuck would do that? Like, who the fuck would literally travel her own country and go to each state and, like, pretend to be a savior? Like, what the fuck? Why, brain? Why must you do this? Like, I don't like, what? Who thinks of these things? Like, legitimately, like, who thinks about these things? Like, me, because, like, I'm fucking dumb. Like, why? I don't understand why I have this, like dream now, I guess. Because I already kind of have a thing on my bucket list about, like, wanting to go to, like, all 50 states before I'm 30 or 35-ish, I think. But, like, why not just go there as a tourist, but, like, as someone who can, like, benefit and help people there? So what if I lived in each state for a little while, like maybe a few months or so, and protested and helped and, like, fought for the people there? Like, you know? Like, does that make sense? Like, does that, it's weird. Is that weird? It's so weird. What's wrong with me? Well, I really want to learn like self-defense though, because like if I'm gonna be doing something like this, like self-defense would be helpful. But maybe once I join the military, like I'll be able to like have self-defense and maybe more than that, and like, you know, cool. But yeah, like I would also like love to like protest and help people like in different countries too, because like I kind of plan to like become like an English teacher or something, or like just go to different countries. Like what if I did that but like also helped? But then also like I would probably get fired for protesting, so like maybe not. But like maybe, you know, maybe these are all very far out there. Like the fuck is talking about? Like I feel like I need to like check my head for fever because like I'm going insane. What's wrong with me? Like who talks about this shit? Like we're not. I don't know like where this like came from, but like I want to do this now. Like I feel like this like I don't know how to explain it. Like there's like this like passion in me now that I'm like I want to do this, but it's so weird, and it's like what the fuck. But at the same time, like it feels right. Like it just I don't know how to explain it. Like I sound like I'm insane. Dude, I need to chill. Someone needs to like literally chain me to the bed and be like, girl, chill the fuck out. Like, boy, you fucking chill. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, you're right. But like also, maybe? Maybe? Like, what the fuck do I think I am? Joanne of the Arc? Like, no, fucking not, sweetie. Like, you're not. And I'm not doing this for like validation of being like a hero or anything. I just genuinely feel like this is something that I can do and like that I should do, because like there are people who are like my aunt who are like out there protesting alone, and that's not okay. Like they shouldn't have to put themselves in danger or at risk because too many people are scared to join them. Like that's Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed before I fucking lose my mind. I'm Maine, it's already lost. But I don't know. I'm insane. Nice to meet you. Bye.